Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are in Shanghai. I don't know why I'm showing you this random street, but it is a Shanghainese street, believe it or not. And the weather is of course shitty. Yesterday we had like sunshine, it was warm, it was really nice. Well, yesterday I was in Shanghai, today I am. So I'm about to step into a bookstore, Garden Books. I'm not sure, like I researched this a couple of weeks ago and I've forgotten why I wanted to look at it, but that's where we're headed right now. I have my umbrella with me and I need it, unfortunately. Yeah, the weather's really quite unfortunate. Okay, let me update you while I walk. Shanghai is really so different to Suzhou, where I live, because well, they're very close together. Like Suzhou is actually a very old city. Like it's a very ancient city with a lot of history, which Shanghai very much is. and Shanghai feels so cosmopolitan and international in comparison to Suzhou. Like even though there are quite a lot of foreign tourists in Suzhou, it's still very much built by and for Chinese people. And I feel like Shanghai, because it has such an international history as well, just has a very different feel to it. That was actually so cute. It was really, it's a small and intimate, so I'm still like standing outside of it. So I didn't really film anything inside, but they had a good selection of like classics. And they mostly had like coffee table books, you know, picture books, that kind of stuff, which was really fun. Although that's not really something I'm looking to buy here necessarily. Okay, it's starting to rain. So I'm thinking about just going back to the foreign language bookstore, which is I think the largest English speaking bookstore in China. I went there 2 weeks ago. It was really fun, and they have like a great selection and just a lot of stuff to look at. But I checked how far it is from here, and it's like quite the trip. So I might just do a quick little search if there's anything that's a little bit more nearby. I'm also like this neighborhood. It's so cute. Like all of the houses are very like small. It doesn't feel like I'm in the middle of the third largest city in the world, you know? Like it feels like I'm in some small town neighborhood. That was maybe the nicest bookstore I've ever been in. It was so everything. Like I couldn't film anything. They didn't allow pictures or anything, but there was so many like small little passages, and they had such a good selection of books, mostly Chinese books, but still like, and it was so well sorted as well. They did have an English selection. It just took me a second to find it, and it wasn't like particularly my taste. Like it was a lot of, I feel like a lot of non-fiction, a lot of men's fiction, I want to say. But still, it was so nice. The staff was lovely. I was this close to purchasing a Chinese copy of, and then they no, not Murder on the Orient Express, and I kind of regret not doing that. But like I'm not going to read it right now, so I like there's no point in me getting it right now. But I really wanted to. Yeah, it's still raining, which is fantastic. You're basically drowning right now. I honestly, this still didn't scratch my foreign language bookstore itch. So I'm thinking I might just get a taxi and go there now and like pay the horrendous amount of time and money that is going to take. But I think I really want to go back to the foreign language bookstore. And then that's also very close to the Nanjing Road and the Bund. So I'm thinking maybe from there I'll walk over to the Bund, show you my favorite place on earth apparently, and then we'll take it from there. But that was so nice. If you're ever in Shanghai and you're even remotely interested in books, Sinan Bookstore, I highly recommend. The area here is so nice as well. Like, I think the whole thing, it's like a historic neighborhood or something. High key recommend. That might be my favorite bookstore of all time now. And I'm so excited because, like, my Chinese is decent, but, like, I'm still learning it, obviously. And, like, in 6 months from now, I might be able to go in there and just actually read one of the books, which is insane. Also, random, they have the penguin cloth bounds in Chinese. Like, I was really confused because I was walking through like their classic literature section, and all of them were in Chinese, and I saw the cloth bounds, and I was like, that's weird. Why would they just have this one very small selection of English classics in the middle of this Chinese book section? But they are actually in Chinese, which I find rude because we don't have those in Germany. Yeah, that's the update. I'll see you in the foreign language bookstore, hopefully. All right, everyone. We're at the Bund. I already recorded this, but I accidentally didn't turn on the mic. So, yeah, I really only came here for this one clip, but I love the Bund. It is so cool, and there's so many people here. That isn't so great, but you know. So, I don't know if you can tell by my attire, but it is cold and it is rainy. I still have like an hour before I have to get to the train station, but I don't know what else to do anymore. Like, everything I wanted to do is outside, and I can't be outside anymore. So I think I'm just gonna head to the station now, grab something to eat there because I haven't had anything since breakfast, and it's like 4 p.m. And then I'll just go home, and I'll tell you at home everything that I saw, what I thought of it. The foreign language bookstore, of course, slept. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye bye. All right, everyone. I'm not going to lie to you. It is not, in fact, later that day. It is a couple of days later. I went on Saturday, and today is Tuesday. So it's been a second. But I'm still going to tell you all about the Shanghai foreign language bookstore. So this is a large bookstore. It has 4 stories, but I only stayed on the first floor on Saturday because that's mainly where their fiction lives, and like the general fiction lives on the first floor. The second floor is mostly YA and middle grade, and that's pretty much what lives on the second floor. On the third floor, they have a lot of coffee table books, books on photography, art, that kind of vibe, histories, well, anything that you would put on a coffee table. And they also have a small art exhibit. You have to pay like an entry fee. I think it was like 10 yuan. It's cheap. That's like $1.50, I think, or euro 50. And they like just show off. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was like multiple artists, and you could just walk through the gallery. They sell a little bit of merchandise by their artists as well. It was very cute, very fun. And then on the fourth floor, I'm pretty sure it's just Japanese manga. I don't think there were any English manga on that floor. Like, I'm relatively sure. But by the time I had gotten to the fourth floor the first time, I was like, I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. So yeah. Anyway, on Saturday I stayed on the first floor, and there were so many books that I looked at and that I really wanted to get, but then I just decided against it for whatever reason. They have a very large and well stocked Agatha Christie section. I really love Agatha Christie. As we all know, this is well established, but I just couldn't decide on one. Like, I'm really in the mood to read a mystery. Like, it's finally getting colder here as well. Like, everyone has been posting and talking about their fall weather, while here it was still like 35 degrees. We're finally in the low 20s. So I'm like really in the fall mood right now, and like an Agatha Christie mystery, it would scratch a certain fall itch. But alas, I didn't buy one. And they have a great selection of classics, like not just you know, when you travel a lot abroad and go to different bookstores, like when I'm abroad, I usually go to bookstores and like try to find bookstores that will sell English books. And even if they have barely any selection, most bookstores will have like some classic selection. And they always have like the same 10 classics. And the foreign language bookstore, they have those classics, obviously. They also have like a lot of classics that I've barely heard of, or that I have never before seen in a bookstore, or in editions that I've never seen in real life before. So if you're in the market for some classics, if that's something you enjoy, this bookstore has got you covered. And there were a couple that I looked at. I thought about getting The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. I thought about getting The Painted Veil by, oh, I really do not know how to pronounce that name. Somerset Maugham. I'm so sorry, I have no idea how that's said correctly. But in the end of the day, I was just like, I felt almost like I wanted to buy a book more for the sake of buying a book than to actually read any of those books. I don't know if you know what I mean, but sometimes I get into kind of a frenzy with my book shopping, and I don't evaluate whether or not I actually want to read this book right now, or whether or not I just want to own this book right now. So at the end, I reflected on myself, I reflected my feelings and behaviors, and I was like, I would just get this to get this. Like there's no reason why I really want this right now. And so I decided to not get anything, which is actually crazy. Like considering how much I wanted some of these books, like in general on Saturday that I looked at, like that copy of Murder on the Orient Express as well. The fact that I didn't buy anything almost seems surreal to me. I really One thing that I would have bought if I had found it was Wuthering Heights. I did find copies of Wuthering Heights, but I didn't find any that were like nice. That like Because I want to annotate Wuthering Heights. That's like the main reason why I really want to get a physical copy of it. I do have an EPUB version. I really want to annotate it properly, and I want to have a nice paperback. And also, this might come as a shock to some of you. China is, in fact, in the 21st century. We do have internet here. We do have online shopping. I can go onto Taobao, which is like the Chinese Amazon slash Etsy slash Wish slash Temu slash where communism goes to die, basically. I can go on there and order Wuthering Heights in any edition I could possibly imagine. It is not that serious. Like I don't need to buy it in store. That was my Shanghai bookstore day. I loved it. Honestly, I really think that if you want to visit these stores as well, you can totally walk the distance between the Garden Bookstore and the Sinan Bookstore. I think it said it would be like a 45-minute walk. But the neighborhoods were really pretty, really cute. And if the weather is nice, you can totally do that. But it just wasn't on my day, so I took the subway, which was still like you still had to walk quite a bit. But yeah, if you have any questions about China, about Shanghai, about book shopping here, let me know down in the comments. Like this video if you like this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.